Hey, what's up? It's E to the S to the T to the R to the A to the D to the A coming at you from NYC. And we're about to get this paper here. Our learning target says I can find the volume of a cone, pyramid, and a sphere. So let's cut right to the chase. Here are the formulas we're going to be using today. 3 examples. First one's going to be the volume of a pyramid, second one cone, third one is sphere. And these are the formulas. Write them down. You need to know these formulas and do memorize them. Example 1, a regular pyramid with a square base is shown in the diagram below. A side S of the base of the pyramid is 12 meters and the height is 42 meters. What is the volume of the pyramid in cubic meters? So if you go back to the formula for the volume of the pyramid, it's 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So in our case, the base is a square. So the area of the base is going to be equal to S to the second power. Area of the base is a square. So it's the area of a square is the side to the second power. It's also length times width, but since, it's a square, all sides are the same, you could just say it's the side squared, right? The side multiplied by itself. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's how you get the area of the base. So let's write the formula. So the volume is equal to 1/3 the area of the base times the height, or we could just substitute for the area of the base with S to the second power. Okay, so S is equal to 12. That's the length of the sides of the base. So we could substitute for S with 12, and it says the height is 42, so we'll substitute 42 for the height. So we're going to get 1/3 12 to the second power times 42. So we're going to get 144 for the area of the base. We're going to multiply that by 42, 4 deuce. 144 times 4 deuce is 6,048. Multiply that by 1/3, or just divide it by 3. Multiplying by 1/3 is just dividing by 3, and we get 216 cubic meters cubed. So just remember, I said this in the last video, when you're doing volume problems and you get an answer, your units should be raised to the 3rd power if you're going to put your units in. I'm not asking you to put the units in my class, even though I strongly encourage it in preparation for the upper level courses. But if you do decide you want to put the units in, you need to put them in right, because if you don't, I will take points off, or points will be taken off. So just make sure that if it's volume, your units are cubed or raised to the 3rd power. Okay, so that's our first example, pyramid volume problem. Pretty straightforward, right? Just get the area of the base. In this case, it was 144. Multiply it by the height, and then divide by 3. You get your volume. Example 2. In the diagram below, a right circular cone has a diameter of 8 inches and a height of 12 inches. What is the volume of the cone to the nearest cubic inch? So the formula is 1/3 pi r squared times the height. And, how did we get the pi r squared? Well, remember, the formula was initially volume equals 1/3 times a capital B, which stands for area of the base, times the height. And the area of the base is pi r squared because your base is a circle. So to get the area of the base, you got to do pi r squared. All right, so we substitute. R is equal to 4. The radius is 4, right? Because the radius is half of the diameter. So we got to divide that 8 by 2, and we get 4 for the radius. And the height is 12, so we're going to substitute for 12 for the height. So we substitute, we get that. 4 to the second power is 16. So you're going to get 1/3 pi times 16 times 12. 16 times 12 is 192. So you get 192 pi times 1/3. That just means divide by 3. So you get 64 pi. But your answer should be to the nearest cubic inch. So we're going to have to multiply the 64 by the pi. And we get approximately 201.0619. You got to round it to the nearest cubic inch. And what that means is round to the nearest whole number. So round to a whole number. That's what it means when it says round to the nearest cubic inch or cubic centimeters or cubic whatever. You got to round it to the nearest whole number. And so we get the volume is 201 cubic inches. Pretty straightforward circular cone problem. It's just simply the area of the base times the height divided by 3. And in this case, the base is a circle, so it's 1/3 pi r squared times the height. Example 3. The diameter of a sphere is 15 inches. What is the volume of the sphere in terms of pi? So this is what a sphere looks like. It's like a basketball or soccer ball. And the formula is V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. So the radius is, of course, 7.5, not 15, right? The diameter is equal to 15. So if you want to get the radius, you got to divide the diameter by 2. So radius is 15 over 2, which is that 7.5 we got. So we substitute. To get the volume of a sphere, all you just need is the radius. So we're going to get 7.5 cubed, and that will give us 421.875 pi times 4/3. So we're going to multiply that 421.875 by 4/3. Let me show you how to do that on a calculator. All right, so you're going to write, oops, okay, I didn't turn it on, it's on now. So you're going to write 4/3 inside of parentheses as a division, and then you're just going to write 421.875, and you get 562.5 pi. Does it want the answer in terms of pi? What's it say? What's the volume in terms of pi? Yeah, it does want it in terms of pi, so you're not going to multiply the pi. You're just going to leave it there. That's your final answer. So basically, very straightforward. Volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r to the cube. Oh, and I forgot my units, right? So 462.5 pi inches cubed. Very straightforward, right? The formula is 4/3 pi r cubed. You have your radius, just plug it in and simplify it. I want to say a couple of things. Maybe this might be a way to remember these formulas. You'll notice that the pyramid and the cone have a 1/3 in the formula. And you know, the way I remember that is if it's got like a pointy thing, see how it's like this thing is pointy. I don't know how else to say it. It's pointy. If it's got a pointy thing like that or like that, then you're going to have the 1/3 in front of it. I mean, I don't know if that helps or if it makes it more confusing. If it does, I apologize. Just completely ignore I said that. But that's one way to remember that the pyramid and the cone have a 1/3 in the formula. Alrighty, hope this video helps. Take care.